Hello, my name's Tim, and this is my blog. And I wanted to kind of give you a little history about who I am so that you would understand my motivation for creating the blog to begin with. A little history. I've been involved with the prison system in Washington State, Department of Corrections, formerly handled by the Department of Social and Health Services, since I was 13. That would have been about 1974-ish, 73-ish, 12 years old. First felony was a burglary. Burgled my neighbor's house. I used a lot of drugs growing up. It was part of the culture. It's part of what I did. In kind of poor white Native American culture. Throughout the years, I acquired several felonies, including for burglary, for forgery, for delivery of heroin. I eventually ended up a heroin addict, and for first-degree robbery, in which I robbed a bank. So two of those being strikes, I pretty much walked it up to the line. Next time I do any time is going to be a lot, or I'll never get out. So, I don't think it has to get to that point. And I'll tell you why through time. So, someone asked me right before I was getting out this last time, I was like, I'm not coming back. He goes, so what are you planning to do to not come back? Are you making a plan to stay out or a plan to come back? And it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I wasn't making a plan to stay out. Therefore, by rote, I was making a plan to come back. So I started to make a plan to not come back. And just innately, I knew that education was the key for me. I don't know why. The day I got out, within the first several hours, I filled out my FAFSA online. It's FAFSA. If you search for it on a search engine online, you can find it. Ask for help. I'll give links to that as I go through this process of building this blog. That started the process. Before that, I made sure I got into housing that was clean and sober, so I wouldn't go right back to the sack and be in the spoon by noon. You know the drill. So I went to college, and what happens? I wanted to be a chemical dependency professional, which was nothing wrong with that. Helping folks. And so what I did was, as I went through school, I broadened my worldview, and it changed. And I ended up going through a human services program at Tacoma Community College, 2 years. Started at Evergreen State College, Tacoma campus. Totally socially involved, community involvement, social change, justice change, labor issues, rights, civil rights issues. Interdisciplinary college that totally opened my eyes to why people of marginalized populations end up in the prison system. One of the main things our theme is for this course, the courses that I'm taking, is barriers to education, and I see that as the head of the snake. So if I'm going to do any work at all, it'd be to attack the head of the snake, not nibble at its feet. So what's changed in my life is I've been out for a little over 3 years, and I'm halfway through with my BA, my bachelor's degree. Nobody in my family's ever gone to college. I think I'm the first that finished high school. I got my GED, but that opened the door. Every door that I've opened the hallway to many more doors. And so for me, the key was education. And I think that as I go through creating this blog, I'll be able to demonstrate that keeping education and access to it from populations increases their chances to lead to criminal activity. Once they're involved in the prison system, it's hard to get out of, and there's no option, there's no education, and the result of that is recidivism rate. Once they get out, there's no education. They go back to the lifestyle they know. They go back to what they know, and they reoffend, and they end up back in the prison system. What it's became is a money-making machine, a self-perpetuating monster, if you will, and that's my view of it. And I feel compelled to do what I can to alter that. And I know that looking at the laws and policies that are in place are what is necessary to facilitate an atmosphere where change can take place. And I appreciate your time. As I write more stuff, you'll learn more about me and my personal situation and how it's influenced my decisions. And I'll keep you up to date. And I thank you for your time. Thank you very much.